and this your boys in the house, the Mad Hatter and the Dream. What's going on, y'all?
What's going on out there, brother? How you doing today?
Oh my God, dude! I'm like amped, but then we had the little technical difficulties, so I'm like up and down trying to get into the flow. I kind of lost my steam, then I gained it back. I felt like almost like I was in a game or something.
Felt like the Oregon Ducks the other night at halftime.
No. They were in the game and then out of the game.
Oh, definitely.
There was no back and forth.
We're talking about the Oregon Ducks. We talked about it yesterday, blowing a 31-point lead the other day, man. Nasty. Speaking of
man, I'm telling you, that game, I still obviously cringe at that game. The fact that Oregon was up 31 points and then gave up that big lead, that is just not a good look at all.
Bad look. But hey, Chip Kelly's, still around, so we'll see what ends up going down with that. I know that the Ducks would love to have Chip back at the helm, man.
Dude, man, my thing is though, like even the Ducks situation is with that head coach there. I don't know what you say, and I don't know how you move forward. Like any game you're ever in from that point on, like you'll never feel like any lead is safe.
No lead is safe, man.
You know what I'm saying? You'll be on the sidelines. You'll be up like 25-0 on the sidelines, going ham on your coordinators and your team. No, keep it going. Keep trying to score. Get back out there. Don't take your pads off.
Well, there is no mercy rule in college sports, but I do remember Boston College winning over, I believe it was Howard. They were up like 64-0 at the half or something like that, and then the coaches called the game in the third quarter, man.
Yeah.
So,
exactly. But
maybe he'll be out there, trying to kick and scream for the refs to call the game. You know what I'm saying?
What do you tell your kid? I mean, what do you tell your kids? And then if you're one of the kids, you got to just think about the lives that type of a loss impacts. You know what I'm saying? I mean, some of those kids. All right, I get the returning kids make it past it. Your seniors are gonna really struggle with it, I'm sure. I just don't know what you say and do or how you recover. I don't want to begin to imagine how or why or try it myself, because that is just a bad situation. Going back to yesterday in the Buffalo Bills story, you're going back to when this happened, which was many years ago. Norwood was still crying in the interview.
Oh, absolutely. He's kind of like Ray Finkel on that movie. Remember that?
Right. Yeah. Pet detective.
Definitely, man. Guys, we're live right now on YouTube and live on Twitter, having a good time and rocking and rolling. I'm seeing my boy Yato on here. What's going on, man? How you doing?
Yato, you ran your mouth to death yesterday, dog. What's up?
That's what people do, man. That's what my boy does. I can't wait to meet these cats, man. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait till our next event to be rocking and rolling with these guys. Dream, I am exhausted.
Okay.
Brutal night for your boy last night.
Yeah.
I come home. I do my thing. I'm in the office till about 8 o'clock. I go home, get my shower, eat, chill out, sitting there. Just finished watching the Washington Capitals do their work.
Right.
I'm sitting there. I'm struggling through the Atlanta Knicks game because obviously Atlanta didn't want to show up.
Right.
I get a phone call around 10 o'clock.
Okay.
It's from my plumber. Guys, in case you don't know what I do, I buy and sell houses and fix them up and sell them. I flip. People call it flipping, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, slumlord, exactly. Whatever. So I get a call from him you sitting down? I'm like, dude, what? He's like, well, I got a call from the neighbor of one of your properties that there is water gushing in the house and they can't get in and they don't know what to do. I'm like, oh my God. So now the house is about 15 minutes from me. I go there. Now, granted, dude, I just finished this house, dude. We got a beautiful finished basement. Everything is mint in the house. And I just sold it, Dream. I go in. I hear the water. It's like a waterfall. I'm like, oh no, I already know from people cutting the pipes in the hood what that sound is.
Why they got to be in the hood? They cut the pipes in the suburbs, player.
You're absolutely right about that, actually. As soon as they see
Listen, by the way, the hood and the suburbs are not really that far apart anymore. Let's just be clear about that.
Oh man, so anyway, I get into the house, use the key, whatever, go inside. My finished basement is underwater, bro.
Oh my.
Underwater. What ended up happening was I had heat in the house, had oil in the tank, the whole package, but there was a pipe next to the wall where the Bilko door is, and it was so cold the last 2 days that the frost came in, burst the pipes, man. So now I got a busy day ahead of me, brother. Unbelievable, dude. I was there with the. Dude.
You saying that, I'm about to go and I had left. I was contemplating shutting down my pipes for my water for the outside because most of them are inside and insulated.
Yeah.
But you just saying that is making me say, you know what, dude? Just go turn your stuff off to be safe.
Yeah, absolutely. Because when there's ice in the pipes, it expands the pipes and the pipes break. So, now I got to deal with. I was with the fire department. They came over, and I got to say something. I never really understood this, and I totally get it, and I totally respect these guys. Volunteer firemen, I have the absolute utmost admiration for these guys.
Volunteer
firemen.
Period.
No, absolutely. But I mean, volunteer firemen that don't get paid, they volunteer their time to do this stuff. These guys came out in like a team last night and pumped me out there, man. And I was there till 1 a.m. with them, and they all had to work the next day. I'm listen, you know what, guys?
Firemen, period, as far as I'm concerned, are like the last American hero. What they do as far as going into a burning building, I don't know if people can put that really into perspective the way it should be, but a building on fire. All right. This cat's gonna just run up in there with a helmet and like a long coat on, in a little bit of gear, but still, you're going in a burning building. I don't know if anybody's ever been in a burning building situation. I have been in a couple fire situations at my old job, and I gotta tell you, the black smoke is everywhere, and you think, oh, I can run in there, I can handle it. The minute that smoke hits your lungs or your mouth, you're like, whoa.
Yeah.
And it's scary. You can't see anything. You usually got to get down on your hands and knees and crawl around. A very scary situation. Anybody willing to put their lives on the line to run into that situation to help, people that you don't even know.
Crazy.
Those are the people, by the way, who should be signing the $8 and $9 and the $10 million contracts, and not the guys running around in leotards catching footballs and playing basketball.
Very good point, man. Very good point. So, big ups to everybody that serves our country, whether you're a fireman, policeman, the whole package.
I got to fall back for the police. No,
that's because you get pulled over all the time.
You're not gonna get the police off.
That's what.
No. I don't hear about no
firemen. I
don't hear about no black people catching on fire from the fire department.
You're just salty because you were jogging down the street the other day and you got stopped.
Oh no! Hold on, wait, throw the brakes on when we move over to the police.
Oh man, guys, we're having a good time.
Too many accidents happen to black folks with the police, so I gotta fall back from that particular. But let me stop. Honestly, that's all jokes.
Yeah, it's all
fun.
Jokes.
I'm making fun of a light situation.
Yeah.
No, cops put their life. It's my belief that the vast majority of police officers are out to do good and are out to serve the communities in the way they're supposed to. I do still believe in that theory. And all my interactions with police officers is, for the most part, always been relatively positive.
Yeah.
And I do make light of some fun situations because, I think that we all should laugh and, have a good time. But I do believe that the majority of guys out there on the police forces, they do an incredible job, and they do put their lives on the line for absolutely nothing almost. I mean, when you compare it to, the situations that some of them are involved in, and when you talk about putting your life on the line, in some cases it literally really is. So big ups to them.
Oh, big ups to them, man. So so that was an eventful night. So, but you know what, guys, I'm the kind of guy that has the positive attitude, and you know what, I'm gonna pick up the phone because I every month pay a pretty hefty insurance bill on all my pieces. So we're gonna have a conversation right after I get off the show.
Insurance fraud.
Shut up.
You're about to do insurance fraud now. All right. Another scheme is just about to hedge out of houses.
I'm gonna hedge it, man. I'm gonna hedge my bet on that crib. I love it, man. Guys, we're having a good time this morning.
$20,000 worth of damage just turned into $200,000 worth of damage.
Well, you definitely turned that negative situation into a positive, making about 10 minutes worth of rhetoric on the show, man. So, guys, we are a sports show, just in case you're tuning in. Just want to let you know. You know what I'm saying?
Sports show, but we'll give you some ideas how to get right if you got some other type of situations going on.
Yesterday I was having a spa day with Charly. You know, or the other day, today we're talking about, all kinds of madness that's going on with cold weather and the whole package, man.
Yo, we've been so professional lately. It's about time we got back to the roots for a minute.
Back to
being grimy.
Oh, no, back to being grimy.
What's up, y'all?
All right, guys. So, guys, Ryan Zimmerman and Ryan Howard from the MLB are filing a defamation of character lawsuit versus Al Jazeera TV. And I'm sure, Dream, that this attorney that's involved in this is probably going to be reaching out to all the camps that were named in that particular suit, including your boy Peyton Ball. You think, I don't know if Peyton really needs the distraction right now, considering the fact that the Broncos have some pretty tough teams to face during the AFC playoffs, but they're going to be home. What do you think? You think your boy will get involved in that?
I don't know, man. I noticed that it's all calmed down a lot, and I don't know if he's trying to let it calm down and get away. But I don't know. It's a weird situation. I don't know what's going to happen and come to fruition with that, but we'll have to keep our eye on it moving forward. But I think right now Peyton needs to concentrate on playing in the playoffs and getting healthy. I think he'll deal with all of that a little bit later.
Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs?
Yeah, definitely, man. So, hey, we'll see what ends up going down with your boy and see how it works. But, all these guys are probably going to end up rocking and rolling. And, Dream, I just sent you a direct message, by the way. So take a look at that. You got the information now. I watched a little video, man. It's just a quick clip of I've been a coach for football, and I've been I've been tentative to what's the word I'm looking for? Get a little animated at times with some of the referees. Well, there was a high school coach, man, in Pennsylvania that headbutted a referee and knocked him on his ass. We're gonna post that video on our YouTube channel in a little bit, guys. As soon as we get off the show, we'll post it. It's pretty quick, but you got to see. This guy just goes right at him. It looked a little like little MMA / WWE stuff. So that. Now something like that makes national news. This cat is going to be done, Dream. Dunzo.
Yeah.
Wrap. So, hey, you got to kind of keep yourself in check, man. I never put my hands on...
I could be honest with you, though. I said that, and I'm going back to the Oregon game again. If I was the head coach, I would have got thrown out of coaching that particular game, because I would have been going bananas on the sideline on the team. I'd have been grabbing dudes by their face mask. I'd have been throwing dudes around. I would have told the cat that was hurt to go in the locker room and get his pads back on.
Yeah. I know.
I'd have been like, listen, Money, go back and get dressed. I would have stopped anybody, the doctors. I would have threw them all off the sidelines. I don't want to hear nothing about concussion protocols. Nothing. Listen, we'll deal with all of that after this game. I don't want to hear nothing. Get back in there and play. I don't want to hear about a stiff neck, a sore thumb, anything. I want you guys back in there playing. And speaking of that, I'm going to go off on one more tangent. I was able to hear Uncle Tom Coughlin's farewell address yesterday.
Okay.
His goodbye speech as far as him leaving the New York Giants. And I got to say, I have never really cared for Tom Coughlin. I didn't like him in Jacksonville. I felt he had a whole lot of talent in Jacksonville, and that he never was able to get it to work there. I felt that his attitude towards football was a little bit too hard-nosed in Jacksonville, especially for the NFL. He came to New York. I really did not like him in New York. I didn't really care about his attitude or his processes, but I just didn't like him as a head coach. That being said, dude went out with so much class, all right? Yeah. And I don't know whether, he really retired, or if the Giants said, retire, we're going to fire you, which I think the latter may have happened. But he went out with so much class, and the things that he said in his speech, as far as the relationships he's built, the developments, things with the players, in the trenches, how it works, how many hours they spend off camera doing what they do to get to where they get.
Yep.
That I actually felt, I felt some compassion towards him, going out in this manner. And I got to just say, he went out really like a class act, and a big ups to him for that.
All right. I did not get a chance to take a look at that, man. So I'll have to take a look at his speech and see, how my man sounded. I mean, at the end of the day, when you think about this, he's saying, and this is probably going to send you on another tirade. We're already 20 minutes into the hour here, but
no,
he's going to be 70 years old, Dream, and he's saying he's open to new coaching possibilities. Now,
no.
I don't know who.
He can coach the shuffleboard games at the
I don't know. I just don't know, man. I don't know what program would pick up a gentleman at that age. Not trying to be disrespectful or anything. I'm just saying that you want it when you hire a coach. Your objective is to get a coach that's going to be there for at least a decade. You try to set up a dynasty and all that. That's everybody's dream as far as ownership. So I just don't know if a 70-year-old man, another 10 years, you're 80 years old. I don't know if he should be 80 years old out there. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, hey.
Listen, you do what you do as long as you're enjoying it.
As long as you're enjoying it. Yeah.
What you do as long as you can do it. If you're enjoying it. And I think he enjoys coaching. Maybe he falls back and hits the high school level, or hits the Pop Warner and helps young kids. I don't know what's in store for him. I really would not like to see him try to get on to another NFL team or even in college. I just feel like at that age, it just seems like it's just too much. You know what I mean? But hey, if he feels he's up to it, more power to him. Who am I or who are we to say that somebody can or can't do anything anymore?
Yeah, I'm just looking at it as like a potential ownership situation where, like I said, you want to coach there at least 10 years. So, some of these coaches have been there forever. How it works. You know what I mean? So, hey, there's like 95-year-old people that do triathlons and stuff. So, he's not even close to that age yet, Dream. So,
definitely.
LSU beats Killer Cal and the Kentucky Wildcats. Dude, Kentucky's been kind of up and down here, man. I'm trying to figure them out.
Good. That's
good,
though.
Right?
As far as I'm concerned, that's good. College basketball, we talked about it. You're going to go up and down. When does the number one team go into the tournament and win the whole thing ever?
Louisville a couple years ago, but that's about it.
Right, but for the most part, it rarely happens. It's usually a team that's bounced around, flirted with number one, but then fallen down, a few through seasons. Because you learn from your mistakes. It's better to have your mistakes now than to have your mistakes in the tournament, and then you never can recover from it. So
sure.
I really don't think it's a bad thing.
I see my man on here, Scott Weaver, retweeting us and probably getting all excited for the Clemson Tigers Monday night. And dude, I am too. And I got to be honest with you guys, I have spent a lot of time breaking down this game. And I'm going to still, in between hedging out of the basement future. Yeah, whatever. And, bro, you know what? I'm going to have to spend more time on it because right now I'm having a very difficult time figuring this game out. But by Monday, I think. I myself
have spent time on working on the NFL playoffs that is up and coming for us. But I have a huge surprise for everybody in regards to the national title game. And all I could tell you is, keep listening.
Keep listening. On Monday, we're going to have a big show, man. It's going to be National Title Day, and I'm looking forward to it because we're going to have, not only are we going to have Monday morning quarterback from the playoffs and stuff like that, but we're also going to have our breakdowns of that particular game, and I'm looking forward to it, man. Dabo Swinney versus Nick Saban. So we'll see what ends up going down with that. I know right now that Alabama is a 7-point favorite in that particular game.
Dabo going to act like Debo.
Like Debo, yeah.
Dabo going to come riding up on his little bike like Debo on Friday.
You see Debo in that new commercial, man? He's looking he got a little skinnier, man.
Yeah, he did.
He was jacked back in the day. We're talking about Zeus. Remember Zeus? He was in that movie with Hogan. No holds barred, man. Steph Curry, they went in and beat up on the Lake Show, won by 21 points in the Staples Center, and Steph Curry just can't seem to get rid of this calf injury. It's like hampering him, Dream, a little bit. Obviously, it didn't hamper him that much last night, but
yeah, right. I was going to say that.
But for the most part, I mean, the guy is. I know that's got to be a pain in the neck, to have that kind of injury going on.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially when you play a basketball. I mean, I did a little bit more.
That's been an injury that he's had for like his whole career, though.
Has it really?
Yeah, that's ongoing. He's had that issue for a while.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So, hey, I hate to say poor guy. I mean, the guy's making, multi-million dollars. He's probably got, 5 masseuses. Probably got masseuses all around him right now, in his sleep, kind of massaging his calf and all that.
Heard what I said?
What's that?
I don't think his basement is flooded.
No, definitely not. Well, speaking of, man, I'm sure you got in the back of your brain that you got to go and, take care of business as far as your outside pipes are concerned.
Yeah, I'm going to get the pipe shut down after that little story right there, because that's all I need is for me to have my basement, because it's finished. So that will definitely be a problem.
Oh, definitely. And speaking of the NBA, the Mavs get the job done in double overtime and win that particular game, 117-116 over the Sacramento Kings. And Kings showed up to play last night, Dream.
I would like to plug it, but it was like the only bright spot of the day yesterday.
Tell me about it.
The hockey was absolutely dreadful. I did tell you to stay away from that Atlanta team, though, because they are soft as drugstore cotton.
Yeah.
Hey, the Mavs got it done. They played Sacramento. I'm not going to jump off my chair for it, but yeah, it was a good job by them. They were supposed to win their games at home, and they definitely should have beat them, the Sacramento Kings. But the Kings did come to play, as you said.
Big ups to my man TK Wins out there. What's going on, man? He's feeling Georgia Tech +8 tonight, man. Good luck on that one, brother.
TK sending us a little bit of money right quick, guys. If you aren't up on that, TK Wins is one of the handicappers that we are kind of affiliated with. It's been part of our show. We've actually done some advertising for him as well, and he's giving us what, Georgia Tech, you said?
Get Georgia Tech +8 right now.
Georgia Tech +8. So if you want to get down with that, get on top of that, and also give him a call or check him out on Twitter, however you need to, and get in reference to what he's got going on tonight.
Well, it couldn't be a better time right now to have a hockey guest on, considering the fact that, it was not so great yesterday, man.
It was not great.
You know what? I've been talking to a lot of people that are involved in hockey, and I'm looking forward to getting him on the show. But from what I understand, a lot of people are up and down with hockey right now, like right at this very moment. I mean, you're nearing the halfway point of the season. So, guys might be kind of like, screwing around a little bit, whatever. But, Washington Caps got their winning ways back, and the Dallas Stars got smoked by the Rangers.
I don't know how you up and down if you've been listening to us. Our hockey's been on, with the exception of last night.
Yeah.
Hockey's been on point. I'm sorry, but I ain't going to pat myself on the back, but I will.
The hockey leans.
The hockey's been on point. And I tell you what, if you've been listening to us talk about the Panthers, which we've talked about, that train just keeps on moving, and now you need to pay them some serious attention.
Tell me about it, man. 10 games in a row, Dream, by the Florida Panthers getting the job done. And, we reached out. We're trying to actually work on getting some Florida Panthers players on the show as well, Dream.
No doubt.
So that would be pretty nice to do that. I mean, we've already had, former NHL. Now it's and former NFL. Now it's time to start getting some current people on the show and having a conversation with them and seeing, what they're going through as the season materializes here, man. So looking very much forward to that, and looking forward to getting the Hockey Immortal on the show in a couple of minutes here. Dream, real quick, I just want to run down the NFL futures, okay? Because we're talking about futures, and it seems like the Arizona Cardinals, the New England Patriots, and the Carolina Panthers are all in the same vicinity at about a 4-1 shot to win the Super Bowl. And about, the New England Patriots are pretty much even money to win the AFC, but Carolina and Arizona are about 2-1 to win the NFC. So, what's your thoughts, man? It's gonna be tough for any one of these teams to to make it happen as far as,
First of all, I'm not the biggest fan of the Super Bowl future, because that's just you're waiting for one game to cash.
Yep.
So I don't absolutely love that. When it comes to futures, as far as I'm concerned, I don't really mind the NFC playoff situation or the AFC playoff situation. And in this case, if I we're getting involved with the future, I would have to throw a little bit of something on two teams. One from the NFC, and that would be, as I've been talking about, the Seattle Seahawks to win the NFC. And the other team I'd have to throw a little bit of a change on. Well, actually, there's two in the AFC that I think are long shots that you could throw some change on. One would be, obviously, the Pittsburgh Steelers, who probably pays the most. Actually, according to what you have here, well, that's for the Super Bowl.
That's Super Bowl, yeah.
Right. So I would go Pittsburgh Steelers, and the other one I would throw a little teeny bit of change on would be the Kansas City Chiefs.
Of course.
Kansas City Chiefs are hot coming in. They've won 10 games straight, I believe. I don't think anybody's hotter than that.
No.
They are consistent in what they do. And if you look at the landscape of the AFC, the most well-rounded, complete team, as far as I'm concerned, in the AFC is the Kansas City Chiefs. Offensively, defensively sound, running, passing, the whole package, okay? That's the team. Now, the questions that we have about them are, they've had problems putting teams away, got a lead and not been able to, to add to it. And that is the only thing that concerns us. Then we look at a team like the Pittsburgh Steelers that has an incredibly, what I think, one of the best, I got to say the best, as far as I'm concerned, the Steelers got the best offense in football right now, man. I just think, to me, they're just so dangerous. That Steeler team is, with the ability to run the ball and pass the ball deep down the field. So I think when it comes to the Pittsburgh Steelers, you have to definitely give them a look because that offense is potent. The only problem with the Steelers are obviously their defensive woes.
Do I have a chance to be graced by the presence of the hockey immortal right now?
I'm graced by being on the show.
The HI is in the house.
I'm graced by. I haven't been up at 6 o'clock in the morning since you guys were here last. So that's how much I love you. That's how much I love you. I'm up at 6 o'clock in the morning again with you.
Wow.
It's so good to hear from you. I can remember us in
Straight
Vegas,
up,
you
bro.
screaming, drinking hands, screaming at the TV, and making it happen. Oh, man.
Oh,
what a
man.
good time, dude. How you been?
Bro, I've been wonderful. Life is good. How about you guys? I miss you guys, man. Get your asses back out here. Oh, I'm sorry. Get back here. But I kind of found it no surprise that you're having me back on the show when you guys decide to get grimy again. Is that what I heard from Dream earlier? We got to get grimy again. Grimy and filthy.
Dude, it wasn't about you. Hat took us to the grimy land with his he got a little insurance fraud scheme about to go down. So I want to try to make sure my boy don't get caught out. Have to visit him in jail. doing the show from the correctional facility.
Oh man.
Poor Hatter.
No doubt.
Hatter, when are we gonna pay the rent with Yale again? Let me know.
Bro, you know what? I've been very busy, but I need to get out to the home games and take a look at them. The football team was not all that this year. We actually made some money, versus Harvard because I knew Harvard was going to lay the smackdown on them. So, but we got to take a look at them. I mean, they did. I forgot who did they play? Dream, the Dookies, right?
Yep.
And they did play pretty well in the first half.
They didn't cover the spread, though.
They did not cover the spread. They got blown up. But you know what? Hey, for the most part, I think I got to get a good look at them. I know that they have.
The Florida Panthers are the new Yale.
Yeah, right.
I'm just saying. Seriously, though.
Hatter, you look at Yale because I tell you blind on that because we made filthy money last year.
Oh, it was
like
win
out there listening,
win after win. Yeah.
We got filthy paid on this team last year. It was incredible. So I know Hatter's going to find us another one.
Yeah, we
can just ride them all day long.
We got to find it, man. And I mean, with Sears and number 11, I forgot his name, but two guys that are coming back and returning this year, they've been lights out. So we definitely got to take a look at them. And what you guys got to do is, a lot of books, you got to kind of look at the extra lines because it's such a junky play that you got to really search for it with a fine-tooth comb, and all of a sudden you'll find it. So, Hockey Immortal. Who are you?
The landscape of hockey has been up
and down. How could you say your hockey was bad when Dream's got his skates on?
You know what I'm saying?
It's not bad when he's got his skates on.
That's what I was trying to say. I'm trying to tell him.
What the hell is that talking about all the time? It's always so negative over there. When you got the skates on, it's all good, baby.
We got a bad night last night, though.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I had the Rangers -1.5, and you know how I roll, Head. I love that puck line, baby.
Oh, you know what? As a matter of fact, I'm glad you brought that up. Can you just tell the audience a little bit about your puck lines and how your reputation in Las Vegas because of it?
Well, yeah. Oh, okay. Like I make systems. You guys that are out there, I make systems off of puck lines. So if you and they're profitable, they're consistent for the last 2-3 years now. So if I have a system making generating plays on a team winning by 2 goals or more, well then you automatically take the money line too. So that's why for you guys out there that follow me, I'm not giving you a choice. I'm saying play both, and we're right where we're supposed to be because they've been winning. And about 2 years ago, there's a local casino out here called Rampart. And I hit them for 7 consecutive plus 250 winners on the puck line, 7 straight. And I'm not a $100 bettor, you guys, so it was a lot of money. And then the one day I came in there again, and the guy told me I can't gamble there no more.
Wow.
So I was kind of pissed because for those of us, all of us that gamble, especially in Vegas, when you win at a certain place, you always go there. And it messed me up for a long time because I didn't want to start trying to gamble anywhere else because they kicked my ass out. I couldn't play the puck lines anymore.
Oh,
so
wow.
When you're hitting those plus 250s at $1,000, $2,000 a pop, they don't want you in there no more.
well, big ups to you for getting New York Rangers to work, man. They went ham yesterday.
Yeah, they did.
I knew they were going to go ham, bro. They were due to go ham. They were due.
Yeah, they are due, and I'm glad that we're talking about the New York Rangers because I watched them in the beginning of the year, and I was really feeling this team, and I thought that they were destined for Stanley Cup this year. And then they went through a skid recently where they were like 2-8 in the last 10 or something like that. What's going on with this team?
You know what? They're tired. They're tired. It takes. Every team is going to do that. Every team is going to do that because there's no other reason other than they're tired. They're tired because you can see when they're on the ice and they're lazy.
Yep.
It's because they're tired.
Yeah.
They don't want to play. So every team goes through it. Great ones always crawl out of it faster than the other ones. The Rangers will be there in the end. Personally, I don't like anyone in the East. To me, I got one team. I had 2 teams actually, and they started off like crap. So unless my other one picks up, my future's going to be blown out the window. Which was the Columbus Blue Jackets.
Oh, wow.
Their goaltending is absolutely horrible. So I don't see them going too far. But like last year, I had Tampa representing the East, and they lost in the finals. But this year, I got. It's going to be a surprise for most, but I really, really like. I love the Capitals. They're a tough team.
Yeah.
And they usually get going at the end of the season. And they took New York to games. I mean, it was. I think they're going to be. I think they'll represent the East because I that's the only team that I really like in the East to represent it, other than Columbus. But what's going on with them?
Yeah, I know.
They got all the making of a good team, except their goaltending is garbage.
Yeah, and the star power that you have on the Caps is absolutely incredible, too. And when you look at them, and it just seems like they never seem to panic. It's like, the finesse, the passing, the skating, they're very aggressive. They're great with the power play kill. I mean, they're a really, really good
and
team this year.
They're a team nobody's going to want to play in the playoffs.
No.
Believe me, because they're tough.
Yeah, man. Go ahead, Dream.
And in the West, I like the Kings to win it all.
Really?
Everything, all of it. Yeah, I like the Kings, and I think Dallas will be there too if they stay healthy. Chicago's going to be there.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? But they're just, it's like back at like if you look at the Kings and the Hawks, they go back and forth each year because there's just great franchises. And the way the Kings started this year, the first week or two, they played like crap, but now they're just they win when they want to win. Put it that way.
Yeah.
And so I like the Kings to win it all out there in the West. And I like Dallas too, man. They picked up some good players this year, and they're great, fast, young team. And again, the only thing that holds Dallas back is goaltending. So that's why I like LA to win it all, because they've been there. They're playing well. They got veterans, young guys, and just like the Capitals, when they get into the playoffs, they turn it on. And the Capitals did last year for the first time. They stepped up because they were always one and done.
Sure.
And last year they went further and even had a chance to go even further. They took it to a Game 7. So one of those two teams for me, fellas. One of those two for me.
There you go.
And I'll be a happy man.
Yes, sir. Dream, what's your thoughts on what he's saying?
I like the Kings in the Dallas talk. I think that you always got to be cognizant of the Blackhawks as well. Definitely to defend their title. On the East, I think that some things need to be said. Definitely the Florida Panthers. We talked about them, and it's not just because we had.
Yeah, you're right. They kicked my ass the last two games because I got.
Defensively, this team is as good as it gets, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are. And the big reason for that is not a lot of people will agree, but their goaltending, Luongo, he's an animal, bro. Dude, he is. And they got Jágr in there, one of the best players in history of all time, playing with these young guys. I mean, when you're playing with Jaromir Jágr and you're 20-some years old and watching this dude on the ice, if you can't get up to play hard and tough, you better go on home. And that's why they're playing well, because he's a big part of it, is that Jaromir Jágr. And he was a great fit for that young team. Now, when these worst those to first teams come, usually it's the second year, that they make some noise in the playoffs as they get there. So for me, I'm looking for Florida to get there and maybe win a first round. You know what I'm saying? If they stay healthy. And usually it's the second year where they're in the conference title game or the Stanley Cup. But they are hot because I have a system on streaks, win streaks and losing streaks, and so on their 9th and 10th game, I'm like, well, they're bound to lose.
Sure.
And they didn't lose, so that sucked. But that's the way it is, and they just impressed me. And you're right, Dream. If they stay healthy, man, they're going to be tough because they're a tough team.
Quick question for you: What is the timetable on Price coming back to Montreal?
I am not sure because they never really ever in hockey. They never really released that.
Okay,
it's very very hard.
Okay.
But yeah, let me tell you, Montreal for the first year in the last 5 this year started scoring more than 2 goals a game. So
Right.
can you imagine if they had Price?
Yeah, and that's my thing. Why I think that you obviously got to keep an eye on them, especially moving forward. If they can tread water, and which they've done for most of the season, because the backup's not been that bad actually in goal either. And that's Condon we're talking about.
He's filthy. That dude is straight filthy in that net, dude. He's like the starting goalie.
No doubt. But you keep an eye on that, and you keep an eye on them, because if they are able to keep pace, once they get back. Price, especially if you're talking, 2 weeks after the All-Star game. I mean, they are going to definitely be a serious problem to think about as well, is in reference to the East.
Yeah. As long as he comes back where he was. That's right. And see, that's my only, that's what I got to see. I got to see it. I don't want to, you know what I'm saying, hear it, know it. No, I want to see it. So when I see it and he's back to Carey Price, they're winning the East. If he comes back to what he was, they should win the East. There should be no doubt, in my opinion, because they're scoring more than 2 goals a game for the first time in I don't know how many years, bro. They're scoring. They got some offense, so if they get him back, it could be them in the East for sure. Yeah, but I still like Washington, man. They picked up some key free agents. And one of them, this guy Justin Williams from LA. He is just a normal type of veteran guy in the season, but in the playoffs, he holds all scoring records for Game 7s. The guy's Mr. Game 7. So you add that veteran leadership to the Caps and what they already have. Their goaltending is really good. I still like them, but I would have to throw a future on if Price comes back to full form. No doubt about that.
Well, especially the fact that they had like a 6-game losing streak. So what I do is I look for teams that go on these skids, whether it's hockey or baseball, and then once I see that, I'm like, okay, well, this team will still get in the playoffs. So it's probably a good situation to get involved with them at the tail end of a losing streak as far as the future is concerned, because it's going to pay the best. So that's what you got to take a look at.
It will pay the best then and there.
Absolutely.
And it's funny. You're funny you say that, because I was just telling someone else on Twitter the other day. That's how I roll. Because he was making big bets. I'm like, bro, you don't make big bets on a team that's won 6, 7, 8 games in a row.
Yeah, right.
You do it when they've lost 6, 7, 8 games in a row, man.
Yep.
That's where you get paid,
Of
and
course.
So that's and it's funny because that's where you get the best price for the future. Just like you said.
It's
the best.
Absolutely,
for sure.
My boy Marlon told me that he thinks that Carey Price is going to come back mid-January. That was kind of the word around the campfire. So we're already on the 6th. So I mean, another week or two.
They're going to give him. Remember, when he comes back, what they usually do in hockey, when he comes back, it'll probably, put it this way, when he comes back, he could have played 2 weeks earlier, 2-3 weeks earlier.
Okay.
Right.
They always push it out.
Healthy. Got you.
Yeah, in hockey they do, especially for goalies, because that's the main guy on the ice is the goalie.
Okay.
So especially with that, he's when he comes back, he'll already be healthy. Now he's just got to get that game speed. So they do that. They start doing in practice, getting him that game speed and everything. And then, okay, he's good. Let's throw him in there. And then, okay, Carey Price is back. And then you see what happens. Like, his first game back after 6 months. Everybody fades him. Everybody jumps on the other team, and Price will probably shut whoever he's playing out the first game.
Yeah, exactly.
So, Mr. Immortal, as we've talked about the future and what's going on, let's get right now to the present, and let's get into what we got going on tonight. If we're going to
tonight, that's what I'm talking about. And for everyone out there, I know that you guys have guests on the show, and they give picks, and sometimes they bomb, and a lot of times they bomb on the show, and I don't know what it is. But for me, I'm 4-2. Visiting with you guys.
All right.
4-2, baby. So let's try to continue it. All right. So
what you got?
I got 3 of them. Okay. And one of them is an over/under, and I know, Dream, I don't know. I remember you saying you don't like those or anything, but I found my niche this year, and it's totals, bro. And I am just, honestly, I'm not bragging. I don't have a big head, but I am straight killing the totals, bro.
Don't feel like you could brag on this show. I've set the standard.
Yeah, I know. But remember, I do this for a living, NHL betting. So whenever I brag, I lose. So I'm not bragging. I'm just saying I'm really good at totals. I got some skills on the over/unders, and the guys that follow me, they know it. 44, 24, and 12. The last 70 over/under plays, bro. So nice. I'm doing real good. But the first play I want to give out. Funny that we were just talking about them. Montreal minus 140 tonight. Yep. Okay, so that's one. And and
which I believe I'm right there.
Montreal minus 140, and for you guys that get down like I do, I got Montreal on the puck line minus 1.5 plus 200. That's optional for you guys out there. But if you play puck line, I really like them to win by 2, because just like New York last night, they're due.
Yeah.
And they're at home, and they're due.
Okay.
And then so those are 2 there, and my last one is Carolina, Vancouver over 5 tonight.
Carolina,
Vancouver over 5.
All right. Okay. All right. So,
and you guys out there, I am a system better. I don't go by my gut or none of that. So everything has been, I've done my homework, study, looking at the laptop at 4 o'clock this morning, watching the lines move before I gave out picks. So that's how I roll. And, hopefully we'll win. We should win and cash in tickets. But if not, it's not the end of the world unless you're betting $100,000 a game or juniors college fund or something like that. You guys be careful out there.
Yes.
If you like to gamble, gamble smart, baby, because that's the only way to get ahead if you're in this game.
Absolutely.
So gamble smart, and gamble what you can afford to lose. And if you can't afford to lose it, man, don't do it.
Right.
Don't do it.
Very
you know
good
what I'm saying?
Very good point, brother. We always preach that here on our show, man. And you know what?
Always.
I've seen a lot of people get in big trouble, and that's the last thing that any of you need out there. People lose families, they lose wives.
Especially right now with like the NHL cats right now, like they want to win, but they're gonna be good if they lose right now.
Yeah, they don't care.
There's a long way to the playoffs, and most of the teams get in there. So don't be going ham.
Right. Exactly.
That's exactly it, bro. That's exactly it. Hey, you guys, real quick before we got to part ways, who do you like in NFL? Because I've watched, because I'm from Chicago, so of course I'm a Bears fan, but they stink. Other than that, I'm a Niners fan, so they're just wiped out. So I haven't really been following football. Who do you guys like?
Well, first of all, I could say that his dream is to have Chip Kelly coaching Kaepernick. I think that would be the ultimate slap in the face for the dream.
Well, he's got listen. You know what? All these guys out there, I got to say one thing, okay? Cap's got all that money, though, right? Okay. Does anyone remember what that dude did in the playoffs to get that money? Bro, he went into Lambeau, he went into Carolina, he went everywhere, bro.
Yeah.
And won. I don't know what happened to him, but if you ask me, it's the coach. They let go of Harbaugh, and that messed him up, man, because that's who he played for. That's who drafted him. That was his guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so, do you know how a guy who goes into all those places in the playoffs with no sleeves on and wins, everybody says he's a bum? I don't understand. Are you have any insight on that? I mean, the guy is
enough time for me to really tell you what Cap's issue is.
Well, you know what? Get to Vegas, man. All right, get to Vegas. Oh, real quick. Definitely. You came out here. Brother man, he came out here, and
nice.
I picked him up, and we went to lunch. We went and had lunch together. He's a great guy, man.
Oh, cool.
Everyone that's Tina Spades at Brother Man. Great dude. I got to meet him finally and stuff like that. And I want to, you know who I missed too? I was in Chicago running around with my boys, and Sermata was out there, and I never got a chance to see him. And it bummed me out for a long time because he's another cool cat too. You know what I'm saying?
Dude.
Nice.
Very good.
Yeah. I love all them dudes, but I got to meet Brother. It was cool, man. We picked them up. I picked them up. We had lunch. It was all good. It's really good meeting guys on Twitter that you follow and you see, and just like with you guys. I love you. I always got your back. Get to Vegas, baby. That's all I got to say.
Definitely.
Just get back here.
Yeah,
let's do it up again.
My man, Total Sports Edge, is kicking and screaming about Las Vegas right now, as a matter of fact. So,
we're
getting ready to
man, we had fun on opening day. Cashing tickets, baby. We keep doing that. Oscar Goodman sat at our table, gave us his phone number, said, send me tips. I bet on anything, bro. Oscar Goodman. Me and Terry, Total Sports Edge, bro.
Yes.
That's awesome. That's awesome. As far as the NFL, real quick, I could just tell you that I'm really feeling the Carolina Panthers. Dream is on the opposite side of that. I do think that Arizona is probably one of the most well-rounded teams in the playoffs. And, when you look at the AFC side, I want to say that the AFC is up for grabs.
Up for grabs, but guess what? Guess who I agree with?
Who's that?
Dream. Bro, Pittsburgh is filthy. Pittsburgh, if their defense could step up to something, they're going to be crushing. They're going to be crushing, bro.
I know.
Pittsburgh's filthy, bro.
Yeah, no doubt.
My boy, I love talking to you. Yo, man, thank you so much for calling in, dude. You added some life.
Thank you. I love you guys. I miss you, bro. Remember, just get out here and we'll do it up. And, you guys are always in my prayers. Keep doing what you're doing. And again, life changed for me, so I'm not up at 6 o'clock in the morning. But guess what? When you reach out, I'm up at 5 o'clock getting ready because it's you guys. I love you. We met. We had a great time, and just keep doing what you're doing, baby. Just keep doing what you're doing, and all good things will come, all right?
Right back at you, brother. All right, you have a great one, man. Guys, this is the Hockey Immortal on Twitter. It's Pickin' Winners.
At Pickin' Winners 1, baby.
Pickin' Winners 1, and we'll definitely send that out and tell everybody to follow you, brother. So have a great day,
no problem. I love you guys. Be good, and Hatter,
love you too, man.
Get to one of them Yale games, baby. You know how we do it.
I know. There's actually one tonight. I might if my crazy situation. I might.
He's got to get the scam popping.
yeah, he's got to get that scam popping. Hatter's going to walk in there with little flood boots on in a bucket. I'm here. I'm here. Right?
Again, another picture with the bulldog. Yeah. All right. Take care, brother. Have a great day.
You too, bro. You guys be good. Love you.
Bye.
Take it easy,
Right. Man. Bye. All right, Dream. Awesome. I love having that dude on, man.
Great spot. The knowledge is definitely on point as always. Hockey Immortal, man, you rock. Thank you so much for coming on and contributing to the program.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely.
We got a little bit of I got a little tweet from Dan Spelling out there in reference to the weather is calling for rain in the Bengals-Steelers game.
Oh, okay.
And I have to be honest with you that rain would probably definitely keep the Steelers from completely blowing out the Bengals.
Oh, okay.
But I do want you guys to know that the reports that I read yesterday, A.J. McCarron is the starter for the Bengals still.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I was just going to ask you that.
Bengals. And that was the report I saw yesterday. Now, I don't know if it's going to get changed. We still got a little bit of time between now and when the game goes. So we're going to have to keep our eye on that, obviously. But I like the Steelers regardless.
Okay.
I think I've made that pretty aware that I'm a big fan of what they're doing and how they're working out. I do think that rain definitely would play a part in helping Cincinnati, as it will slow a little bit down the long ball, the deep ball that Ben's throw. But it depends on what type of rain. It's got to be significant downpour. If it's not, then if it's a little drizzle, then obviously not going to have any effect. So those are my thoughts in regard to the rain.
You know I have a future on Pittsburgh, don't you?
Good.
What I did was, and this is the best way to get paid out on futures, guys. What you got to do is you got to money line the teams every week. But the way I did it was that I had Pittsburgh and I had the Buffalo Bills to beat the New York Jets at plus money, Dream. Put those two together, I'm already plus 180 on it.
Awesome.
So now, you know what I mean? Now they're a 2.5-point favorite. So, I mean, it's just going to compound and compound. So, when it gets to the matchups where the big payouts are, that one will be equally as big. So, pretty excited about that, man. Because I had a feeling. We talked about the Jets. I just had a bad feeling about Rex in Buffalo. And sure enough, look what happened. Boom! They lost. So, hey, D'Angelo Williams is day-to-day, though.
Yeah, I know. And we'll keep an eye on that as well. But I think that they'll be okay. Their passing game, dude.
Passing game is dope, but if it's raining,
no, I mean I know, but my thing is I've been back and forth about this Green Bay thing, and we're gonna go into this for a little minute. I know we're gonna run over today because I gotta discuss this for a minute, but I'm so agitated what I've seen out of Green Bay.
Oh yeah,
Green Bay is specifically making it an issue to try to run the ball with Eddie Lacy. And while I agree that that's not a bad idea, the problem is that they're not effectively getting success out of it. So my thing is you've got Aaron Rodgers, who is a Hall of Fame quarterback, much like Tom Brady. Go over and take a page out of New England Patriots playbook, okay? Because inevitably, a loss is going to be a loss.
Sure.
So you might as well try to throw some wrinkles and some ripples in there to make some things work. My opinion is I would go 5 wide in Green Bay. Go 5 wide
Spread them
and
out.
dink and dunk down the field. This way is at least it's gonna ease up some of the pass rush from the other teams because the linebackers are gonna be called into coverage, whatever team you play.
Yeah.
This is what the Patriots do because they have an ineffective run game. But in the case of the Packers, once you open up the pass, it's going to open up your run game. So I think if the Pack needs to, I know they tried the no huddle against Seattle a year ago, opening day. I think some of that might need to come back into play. They need to. My thing is, you have a Hall of Fame quarterback in Aaron Rodgers.
Sure.
Let Aaron Rodgers lose the game for you. Okay? You got wide receivers, and I know people are like, oh, but they don't got good wide receivers. Look, we don't know whether the wide receivers are good or not because they haven't really given them a chance. If you put the ball in the quarterback's hand and he makes the throws and finds the open guys, guys will have to step up. We've watched New England do it to great success. I believe that Green Bay needs to add that to their repertoire because I'm telling you right now, coming in to Washington and trying to pound the ball with Eddie Lacy, I don't see it happening.
All right, well, when you say, spread them out with the 5 wides, I understand that. The problem is with them, Dream, is that if those wideouts are covered, their offensive line sucks.
No, and I understand that, but my thing is, the wide receivers are covered if you've been watching them play because they got 3 out, 3 going out.
I get it.
You're going to add 2 more to the dynamic now.
Yeah.
So now somebody's got to be open.
Of course.
Even if you're throwing short dink passes to the running back. So I'm just saying, they've got to do something. They cannot come in with the mentality of, we're going to hand the ball. Like, I watched them against Minnesota. It was so deliberate what they were doing and so easy to defend.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah, no doubt. So, hey, that game is Sunday, and the AFC games are Saturday, and I can't wait for the weekend to be breaking those particular games down. We got playoffs Saturday, Sunday, and then on Monday we got the national title game in college, man. So it's big weekend.
Right.
Big weekend.
My thing is, I just can't, and I talked about this for a minute. I can't do kissing cuz over Aaron Rodgers.
Kissing Cousins going to shock the world, man.
I just can't do it. I theoretically wouldn't be right with kissing cuz to beat Aaron Rodgers. I just would not be able to go there. I gotta, at first thoughts, and obviously we'll get into more depth with this on Sunday, but I mean, it's gonna be hard. You guys know it's gonna be hard for me.
I know, I get it. It's gonna be hard for me to take because you know what's gonna happen, right? If you take them and they lose, you're not even gonna want to talk to anybody on Monday. You're gonna be like, how the hell did I do that?
Idiot ever. I took the Redskins to beat the Packers. At the water cooler at the office with the cats that know nothing about football. I'll be like, how'd you do that?
Right now, that game is a pick'em, brother. So, hey.
I'm going to, I would struggle with that game. That's my only big question mark game of the weekend. Everybody else, I'm kind of in tune on who I'm going to take, but I am going to save that for later because we don't need to get into that right now.
All right, my boy Rainmaker's telling me that word around the campfire in Pittsburgh is that there's a 95% chance that D'Angelo Williams does not play.
Really?
Yeah, that's a big blow to them considering that,
Next man up, player.
Next man up, man.
And my thing is, with that offense being as potent as it is and as explosive as it is downfield, you are not putting it in the box.
Right.
You are not.
You get Big Ben will murder you.
Right. That means that I could probably get back there and dress, and I'm gonna get a couple of 1-2s and 3-4s yardage behind that line running the ball. So they have to worry about the Pittsburgh Steelers passing game. They're not gonna be able to load up that box for them. Maybe on certain situations they will, but I would think that Cincinnati. And guys, the thing with Cincinnati, man, lurking in the back of that head is their awful history with the playoff games.
Of course. Oh, my God. Marvin Lewis can't win there.
The minute the Steelers get a big playoff or get a lead, dude, scrambling.
Shook, man.
Keep that in mind if you're liking Cincinnati. And I don't know who is, but if you are, keep that in the back of your brain. So, real quick, Dream. I mean, we already did the hockey with Hockey Immortal. I'm not even going to touch hockey after his stuff because that's what he does for a living. So, I'm going to move over to the NBA. There's a couple of marquee matchups here that we got to discuss, guys. We're not going to talk about any of the nasty games. We're just going to get into the ones that I think will be pretty good and kind of sitting back and watching. All right, I got a beat down for you.
You got a beat down for me. What do you got?
Go look. Right there, boom.
Well, I know that you're in love with Pop.
Well, who is it?
Dude, I'm gonna be honest with you. This team, everybody's talking Golden State. Let me tell you something. I've been watching the San Antonio Spurs. They are. Have you seen them pass? They pass like 10 times on multiple buckets.
That they do. They are playing at an extremely high level.
Man, this team is
good out there. I just worry that there's so much in sync this early in the season. Because you always seem to see that fall off over the course of a long season, and I just wanted to see them keep it going. But I think if anybody can keep it going, it's definitely going to be Pop. There's 2 games on my radar today. A home game and an away game. Obviously, the first home game would definitely be the Miami Heat. Knicks got themselves 2 wins, and now let's fall right back into losing again. As coming into Miami tonight, and I love the Miami Heat. The Knicks do not match up well with the Miami Heat. I watched the Miami Heat played in, I want to say, about 4 weeks ago. The Heat had their way with the Knicks.
Okay.
Dwayne Wade did his thing. Whiteside did his thing. Bosh shooting threes. The Knicks had no answer. They brought Porzingis out, to cover Bosh. Now he's out of his element. They were a mess against the Heat. They don't match up well with the Heat, so I definitely like the Miami Heat tonight to beat the Knicks. As far as the spread is concerned, I'm not the biggest fan of that. You know how I feel about that. So I would like to manipulate it a bit. I don't really mind. I'm almost on the edge of saying that the 8 is okay, but I don't want to go there. The other game that I like of note for this evening is I like the Toronto Raptors coming into Brooklyn tonight.
Really?
Brooklyn's got, a couple of wins under their belt as well. This Raptor team should be too fast for Brooklyn.
Okay.
When they go small, they can get the ball up and down the court, and they can score high percentage shots. As we're talking layups, dunks, whatever have you. Too fast, too much movement for them. I see the Brooklyn Nets really struggling with this team tonight. I would probably lean moneyline par. Heat Raptors.
Heat Raptors. I mean, the Heat did dominate the Knicks in Miami last time they played. They won by like 18 points. So definitely something to take a look at. I mean, now the Knicks were surprisingly last night versus the Atlanta Hawks. I mean, Porzingis was out there, Carmelo, Lopez. I mean, this team I just don't know if they're better than a 500 team. Dream. I mean, it's 17-19 right now, so Miami is definitely a couple steps above the New York Knickerbockers, that's for sure. And one other game here of note, and I got to get out of here after this one, Dream, is the Cleveland Cavaliers are coming into the Washington Wizards, and I can tell you right now, Cleveland -7. You know what? This Wizards team, when they are a dog of plus 200 or more, they have an outstanding record this year, guys. So that's something that I really need you to take a look at here. When let me just see here. I know that Cleveland was one of them. Cleveland was an 8.5-point favorite at Cleveland, and the Wizards went in and won by 12. When you look at that particular matchup, hey, sometimes certain teams have the other one's number here. So this might be a bad spot for my boy, so we might have to stay away from it, Dream.
No doubt. Keeping an eye, the Raptors are coming off of 2 losses. They want to get back into winning ways. So I really like them in this spot against Brooklyn. One of the lower seeded teams that they can beat up on. Like I told you, the fast break works, and when they go small, they're pretty good. I think they'll give the Nets fits. And like I said, I do like the Miami Heat as well.
All right, Dream. So I got to get going, man.
All right, player. That's all I got anyway.
Let's get out of here. Situation going on. So your boys got to go take care of it, man.
You could get this. You could get the scam in full effect. let me really quickly thank everybody that's been out there retweeting the show. Give me 1 second just to pull that up, so we can get out of here. Guys, we thank you as always for our support. Really fun show today we had. I want to thank KMVU, The Pick, JDH24, Sir Mata, BT, Cash Action, Bets Negative, Ghost Rider, James M. Thompson's out there, Rigetti's out there, Total Sports Edge, what's good morning to you, Jonesy, Tommy King from TK Wins, Mr. AB Lent is out there as well, Joseph Del Rosario, Jeff Ryan, we got Vegas Jack, Terrence Mack, JC, Foz Lane is out there, and OJFB, Direct Sports Solution, Hockey Immortal. Thank you once again for coming on the show and ripping it. Jim Roman's a douche. Dr. Dizzle's out there listening. Nick Orestes out there. MC Money, Stoopy Bets, INT, Jason Riley, Spot Bet, Mario Martinez, Rick Lopez, Philly Picks. Good morning to you, sir. Irvin and Theory Bouchard, just to name a few. Guys, as always, I am the Dream. Always remember who you're with. Make the most of each and every day, as you cannot get this time back.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Great show today, Dream. A lot of energy. Just fun today. Absolute fun, man. That's exactly what I needed because I was not feeling fun or froggy last night or this morning. So nice to get back on here with you and kick it. Guys, we love you to death. Go out there, go easy, and get that money. That's all I'm going to say. Take care.
Peace.